Well, Spooky, you gonna come on over here and sit with Papa? Enjoy the sun a little while? Are you? You are. You're my buddy. Where's Speedy? Cleo? Huh? You don't know? They all playing? Yeah, I guess they are. Well, it's a beautiful day. As you can see that, you couldn't ask for bluer sky. Crystal clear. Now I'm sure you can see the sun. Yep, right there. Sorry for that. Just wanted to show it to you. Yeah, I see the huntress. My little princess out there, stalking birdies. Yep, she's a mighty huntress. My little princess, Speedy. Cleo's around here somewhere. Or she might be down visiting at her second home. You never know. Speedy! Speedy! Speedy, Speedy, Speedy! Come on! Come on, baby! Come on! There she comes! Come on! Come on! There you are! You gonna come over and say hello to our friends and family? Are you? You are. Say hello. Glad to see y'all. Are you glad to see him? Oh, you glad to see Papa though, aren't you? Yep. Yes, she is. Well, hello there again, friends and family. Good to see you here on Monday, December the 13th. And why am I coming on today and not sharing my amazing pulled pork barbecue with all of y'all? Well, I'll just make a confession. We had a glitch. Yep. I told y'all I'd be cooking like a storm yesterday, all day long. And that was my intent. Surely was. But as my father would say, performance is never guaranteed by piss poor planning. And when I set out to start putting it all together, and like as you know, with the cooking engineer in the little old country kitchen, everything I do is a process. And part of that process for fantastic pulled pork barbecue, slow cooked, whether you do it in the smoker, your oven, or crock pot, is an amazing dry rub or brine. So in the wee hours yesterday morning, when I was going to put this all together, because it's got to marinate so the flavors soak in and enhance the pork, the Boston butt. I found out I was slap out of a couple crucial ingredients. And yeah, I could have made this substitution. I surely could. And as I was reminded in the back of my head by a chef way back in the day, about 42 years ago back in the day, once told me, good chefs can skip an ingredient and it'll be okay. But great chefs make the appropriate substitution and it's as good as it ever was or better. Yep, and those words rang true at about 4 in the morning on Sunday. But I wanted, because I am an engineer, and I felt these ingredients were crucial, and I really didn't have nothing to make a direct substitution, And I didn't want to. I thought, well, okay, I'll back up. And, I'll go to Superfoods. Well, some things happened anyway. And I didn't go Sunday. And I'm going to apologize. I didn't. What I'm about to tell you. Yep. Today, during midday, a little bit before noon, I made a mad dash up to Superfoods to get a couple of things. Hence why I didn't alert y'all, so y'all could jump in the focus, ride along, come with me. Secondly, I've been working outside when I decided to go before I lost track of time. And I wanted to get her done, run in, grab what I needed, and get back home. And go ahead, get the process started, get the rub made, and do all that, which I will be showing you and sharing you. Most likely won't be till Wednesday now. Here again, another apology. Anyway, as I always say, great tasting food takes time. Yep, not normally this much. But anyway, back to the story. So I went running on into Superfoods. And things look normal. Bread? Plenty of bread. Fully stocked. They had bananas. Still same price. Oh, the salad dressings look fine. Barbecue sauce. The olives, the pickles. All that kind of stuff. That whole aisle looked good. The whole produce section looked really, really good. Wasn't a hole or nothing missing. Plenty of lettuce, celery, green peppers, colored peppers, mushrooms. Oh, garlic, all that kind of stuff. Potatoes, onions of all types. Oh, apples, oranges, grapes, pineapples. All the fruit they normally carry. Avocados, limes, lemons. Yeah. The fresh veg that I always show you. Squashes, the broccoli, the cauliflower, green beans, okra. Hey, plenty of green onions too. Which, I said I only went there for a couple things, but I went ahead and chunked in 2 bunches of onions. Yeah, I'm at the store. Because, I'll cut the bottoms off too and replant my bed for this spring and next year. Because you will find with green onions, eventually, they're a biannual. They'll get, if you don't use them up before they do bloom, go to seed, which I didn't use what I had left before that, intentionally. So they would reseed. They will do that. So at the moment I will slap out the green onions in the bed. It's in between. Anyway, back to what we were saying. And they had all kinds of things. Rutabagas, turnips, all kinds of greens. Anyway, the produce section looked jam up. And as I was easing on by the lunch meat section, and it looked slim back on December 3rd, but there's still plenty there. Not today. Now granted, it's Monday. And the 3 biggest shopping days, are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But it's pretty much wiped out. Pretty much. No Lunchables. Your sliced deli meats. There was a little bit there. I would say there was 20% of what should be there. And I said, well, that's okay. I can make my own sandwich meat. Ain't no biggie. Hot dogs. I would say there was probably about 30%. Now your bacon and sausages and that look good. Albeit prices are, they're up there. And probably people are not buying as much of it. So I thought, okay, while I'm here, I'll just rapidly go through the store. Even though I said I was just going to run in and grab a couple things real quickly. So I ran down the juice and canned good aisle. Juice, you know, it looked really slim last time we were all there too. And it was way slimmer today. Way slimmer. I'm going to get out of the sun because it's starting to burn my face, okay? Yeah, it really is. We were getting hot there because it's about 68. Not too warm, not too cold. Rather enjoyable considering what we were yesterday. And what I woke up this morning, 35. But anyway, overall the canned goods look good. Plenty of baked beans, beanie weenies, all kinds of bushes, van cams, food club, what have you. Tomato products, all the canned veggies, look darn near full of stock. Yeah. Now the one other thing, or a couple while I was roaming down the canned good aisle there, was I looked over at Chef Boyardee and there was one big gaping hole. You know, they had the mini beef raviolis, my favorite. The big raviolis, beef, cheese, beefaroni, lasagna. There wasn't a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs to be had. Nope, totally wiped out. Let me sit down here in the front porch if y'all don't mind. So y'all, then, I mean, potted meat looked good. Not that many of y'all probably care. Bananas, they were better than they were last time we were there. But I'd say a little slim. We're plenty of tuna. That was surprising. But something they didn't have a lot of was sardines. Because I thought, why is easing on by, I'd pick up, you know, one of those little trays. I think they hold 12 for the kitty crew. I was going to give them some in olive oil because that really makes their coat shiny and everything. Their eyes bright. And of course, I mean, olive oil is good for their heart and cardiovascular system, just like it is for ours. A little kitty secret there. But those were gone. So were the ones in soybean oil, which I would have opted for. All I had was about 5 of those little 12 trays. Most of them were full of sardines and Louisiana hot sauce and mustard sauce, which I enjoy. Kitties don't. And of course all the kids' box drinks, you know, the high seas, all that kind of stuff. Can't even remember all what it's called anymore, since I don't buy none of that anymore. You know, little juice boxes. That was all gone. Plenty of Kool-Aid you could make up though. Plenty of barbecue sauces. They had them even on the end displays. Went whipping up the coffee, you know, breakfast aisle. You know, where to keep the coffee, crackers. You know, to the left, all the grits, oats, all kinds of bag cereals and cereals. Yeah, some of it was gone, but I'd say 80-85% of it was there this time. Coffee was there. Looked good. So I thought, here again, while I'm here, I'll chunk in a couple more of those Wright's Mill coffees, you know. That'll bring me up to, I think I'll have 5. Yeah, so that's good enough. But overall, cereals look good. You know, crackers. Plenty of saltines, but you know, stuff like Triscuits, all that kind of stuff. Yep, I'd say that'd been knocked back to about 30 or 40%. Of course, it is the holidays. Yeah. If I was going to buy those things, that was normally, you know, I'd buy Triscuits and all that kind of stuff for the holiday season, you know. Kids love, you know, making up cheese and crackers and green and black olives, you know, that kind of stuff. Soups look good. Yeah. The ramen, instant noodles, and all that look pretty good. So, here again, keeping the thought while I'm here, might as well look at the meat. Plenty of pork. And actually, pork is starting to take over. Oh, the better part of the meat section, I've noticed. Beef section's getting smaller. And that only stands to reason. I don't think there's a shortage. I don't think many people are buying it now because of the prices. I mean, hey, in my little rural area, let's just face it, I'd say better than half are maybe lower middle class to poor, struggling people, especially if you got families. But I'd say, yeah, better than half. We have a good percentage of seniors. I think last time I looked it up it was like 23 to 27%. So you might as well say somewhere between 65 and 70% of our area here is seniors to middle to lower middle class to poor. So, I mean, it just makes sense, and stores will do that. There's less of a certain thing is bought by their customers. They got no choice to downsize what they carry, or they're going to throw it away. So I wasn't surprised by the beef section of the meat case getting smaller. Chicken overall, when I say that, I'm talking chicken breast, chicken wing, drumsticks, and thighs, look really good. Not a problem. Like boneless chicken breast, chicken tenderloins, chicken tenders. Yep, that's pretty slim. But here again, chicken livers. Well, we always got piles. There wasn't but 2 tubs. Gizzards. Not a package to be had, because I thought here again while I was here, I'd grab me some gizzards. But that gets back to the point. I mean, the 2 cheapest parts of a chicken that you can buy are livers and gizzards, and be honest, they have the most nutrition and vitamin content. If you look into that. Oh yeah, surely they do. So, I thought, well, I'll run down the flour and sugar aisle and all that, since I got to go down pick up those 2 spices, the cumin and the chili powder. And all of the flour, sugar, baking things, excellent. Stocking levels. Cooking oils look really good. But what was a little bit of a shocker, and I guess I should have known, was the spices, which where I shop, Super Foods, they have rather extensive of what, we normally buy. They don't got a lot of exotics. I normally get them from online. Because why? People in this area don't use them. I do, but most don't. Yeah, just your, basic spices, your garlic powders, your onion powders, poultry season, not in area 1. Garlic powder and all that was really slim. Onion powder, granulated garlic and onions, slim. Now granted, here again, it's the holiday season, and especially here in our area, we cook, especially during the holidays. So in some ways that made sense. All kinds of those seasoning mixes, like Tony Chachere's and Slap Your Mama, as well as many others. But the thing that really, really shocked me and started to make me a little anxious, and I could tell as I went through and seen some of this, even though it makes absolutely no difference to me, as long as that produce aisle and that meat section's good, flour and sugar, basic spices. Oh, the old man will eat well. He ain't gonna starve. But I looked down, and you know, they normally have a large selection of ground black pepper, which you see me using on my recipes. On occasion, if I want to treat you special, I'll get out the grinder and we'll grind up some fresh, but it ain't real often because it ain't that important to me. I'm not a foodie. But right there in the center of this, I would say, 4 to 5 foot opening in the shell. And I wish I had brought my cell phone. I was also saying I wish I had the GoPro, because right in the center, with all that vast white empty shell where pepper should be, there were 2 small cans of Food Club ground black pepper. Yep. They look so lonely and afraid. And I don't know, I reached over and grabbed both of them. Not that I absolutely need it. I've got 3 cans stocked up. Well, I'm into the one of the 3, so you might say I got 2. One of the small ones and one of the big ones. And that's plenty. Plenty. It ain't like I just, you know, I do love my pure ground black pepper. I even put it on my salads because it helps you absorb certain spices, like turmeric. Yeah, you should look that up. Without black pepper, you don't absorb very much of that there expensive turmeric you may be eating. So you might want to look that up. I did. That's how come I know it. Long time ago. But that shocked me, because never before. And I'll tell you, I put them down in my cart. And I went to go around, grab hold of the buggy, and walk away. And I didn't even get the wheels running before I just had that feeling. And I don't need both of those peppers. You know, there's a little voice back here. I'd like to say, you know, it's my good conscience angel saying, you know, Miss Tom, you really don't need both. So I put one back. And I know in this statement I just said, there will be a certain type of people that are all into a certain kind of thing. I ain't gonna name it. You can take a guess. They are gonna slaughter me over that with all kinds of things. Well, I would have. I gotta take care of my family. Well, okay. And I do too, which is basically me now. But also in my mind, I said, well, I enjoy pure ground black pepper. Is it truly essential to life? No, folks, it's not. Anyway, that's what I did. What you want to do? Here again, before you beat up the old man about it, you do you, I'll do me. And we'll see how it all works out in the end. Anyway, that makes sense. Because you might not know it, basically all of the black pepper that we consume in the U.S., as well as most of the world, is imported from certain countries. And the vine, yep, black pepper grows on a vine. And it's native to India, yeah. And the largest producer, 35% of all black pepper, you know those little black peppercorns that you grind up? Largest producer of 35% of all pepper consumed is the country of Vietnam. Yeah. Followed by India, then Brazil, and as you might suspect, China, and lastly, Sri Lanka. Yeah. Now some black pepper is grown in most tropical nations. Now, when I got home, I really didn't take the time to see if we actually grow any at all in the U.S. or whether it's grown in Mexico. You know, as far as tropical climate goes, well, we got Hawaii. That's tropical. You know, it's tropical paradise. If you ever get a chance in life to go there, you should. At least once in life. And maybe southern Florida will be our two best bets. Or some areas in California may have a go at it and may do it. But for the most part, the U.S. imports all of its black pepper. And we all know where all the ships from China are sitting, right? Which, if I had to guess, is probably who we buy the most black pepper from. I'm just guessing on that. I'll look that up later tonight. Or you can. Let me know in the comments. So, yeah. You know, I had one of those epiphanies of conscience. And I just couldn't take all of something. And that's just me. Like I say, I don't fault you if you would have. I can just tell you what I did. But then I ran up the freezer aisle real quick. Of course, you know, things like pizza's wiped out. My little Mrs. P's that you see me buy all the time, 77 cents personal pizzas. That I even have a video showing you how to jazz it up to make it really, really good and tasty. Yeah. Hey, better than Domino's or Pizza Hut any day. You should watch that video and try it. Just type in pizza on my homepage. You know, where they got the little, you know, magnifying glass. It'll pop up. Hey, there's a school bus. Tallahassee City Schools. Y'all didn't see it, but I'm sure you heard it. Yep, dropping off the kiddies. Life is good. I'll bet they're out starting next week, you know, with the Christmas holidays. But yeah, all the freezer foods, excuse me, had a little burp there. Yes, I am human. Even though, contrary to a couple of recent trolls, I may just be fake. I could be an AI. Yeah. I could be a hologram. And all of this you see around me is CGI. It's possible. Especially these days. Hey, could our president and all of our government be AI and just computer generated graphics? That could be too. Just a little something for y'all to think about. And we got another big truck. Nice truck. A big old Dodge Dually it was. Nice. Looked like his work truck. Probably a plumber, if I had to guess. But anyway, the freezer aisle was total. Popeyes, I think they probably had about, maybe 8 left. You know, the Banquet, the ones that used to be, you know, 4 for $1, 25 cents each. Then they got to be 50 cents each. And I thought, you know, hey, what the heck? It's been forever since I had one of them little Popeyes. I'll get a couple of those and throw them in the freezer. You know what they cost now? $1.07. Not for Swanson. They didn't have none of them. For a Banquet. And I know it ain't been all that long. They were 50 cents. I'm thinking like last year. So there you go. There's over 100% increase. But anyway, fish was looking pretty good. Frozen potatoes, all kinds, as you know from shopping videos in the past. America has become potato challenged. Yep, we don't make fries no more. Don't make chips, hash browns, you know, all that kind of stuff. I mean, they even got frozen mashed potatoes. Come on, folks. as well as frozen baked potatoes of every type. But mashed potatoes, frozen. When I seen those a few years back, I thought, oh my God. Of course, we got instant mashed potatoes, so why not? If they come in a box, in a bag, I guess the next natural step is microwavable and frozen. Yeah. No. But here again, like I said, last video, it's just the weather. So don't worry. But another thing that shocked me, which has not happened, and all the time I'm going through here, that anxiety's starting to bother me a little. And then I get to the frozen veggie section, and a viewer, a good viewer, that's always comment, asked me the next time we all went to check the frozen veggies and get some price. And I wasn't going to do that today, but I looked over there, and it's a good thing I wasn't going to do it, because there wasn't much to be had in the frozen veggie aisle. I would say 80% of it had disappeared. And then as I went down, all the processed breakfast things like Jimmy Dean sausage, biscuits, and chicken biscuits, and steak biscuits of all types, or biscuits, because nobody can make biscuits no more. That all gone. Pretty much all the pancakes, all the waffles, all that breakfast section was pretty much non-existent. Yep. Now the dairy aisle, plenty of milk, all types, even some of that there where they, milk the almonds, Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. Or, somehow they milk oat plants and stuff. I got, one night when I'm bored, look around YouTube and the internet, see how they milk those things. Because, they got to be tiny, right? I'm just saying. Little humor there, folks. I know how it's done. Anyway, if you don't, check into it. I'm not going to drink nut milk or oat milk. Now, if you are lactose intolerant, I can totally understand. I'm not. But if you are lactose intolerant and you enjoy milk, hey, it's a good thing we got it, right? Although it is pricey. So I feel for you. But eggs, they only got one shelf in the bottom shelf, but that's because Superfoods has always used that corner for whatever to chunk more hams during the holiday season. Eggs aren't really a problem. Not in Alabama. I think we're the third largest or second largest poultry and egg producer in the country. Anyway, we make more than enough chicken and eggs to feed our state. The Lord knows. They're everywhere. Chicken houses and cold storage and, cold storage processing plants where they cut it all up, process the chickens and all that stuff. They're huge. But yeah, dairy looked good. Surprisingly, the chip aisle was fully stocked. Of course, prices, maybe that has something to do with it in my area. They on up there. And I'm thinking like me, we just walk on by. And I'm going to be making some chips. I'm even going to give Fritos a go. About time they had some competition. And if anybody could pull it off, I can. But if I don't want to go into the, corn chip business, at least I'll show you how to do it. Once I figure out how it's done. But I know how to make potato chips. Woo! And if you ever make you some potato chips, or mine, which I'll even show you how to flavor them up, then you'll never want no more Lay's, that's for sure. Well, there's the other school. That's Tallapoosa County Schools. From Reeltown, yep. We have the Tallahassee school system. You can choose to go to on this side of the river. Or you can choose to go to Tallapoosa County School up in Reeltown, as my neighbor's granddaughter does. She chose Tallapoosa. As you see, some of the parents and kids choose Tallahassee. Yeah, I know. On the west side of the river, you ain't got no choice. Yep, it's Tallahassee. But over here, we got choice. We got freedom. And plus, you can always homeschool. And I'm sorry, this here, I guess you would say vlog, is going all over the place. Maybe some of it will be enjoyable, if not entertainable and informative. So anyway, canned biscuits, yeah, it's that time of year. They're pretty slim. Butter, pretty slim. Makes sense. Plenty of margarine. Yeah, I know, y'all sometimes beat me up about the margarine. Yeah, well, they got rid of the trans fat part. And yeah, it's made out of oil. And I know, yeah. Then they're GMO soybeans or corn. Yep. I personally don't got a problem with that. But if you do, I understand. Just don't buy it. Now they say, you know, most all my life, butter was bad. We were going to die. Margarine was better. Then they flipped it. Now, butter's good. Margarine bad. So I'm confused. It's just like eggs. Remember, all through most of our lives, eggs bad. Yolk's bad. Even though yolk's most tasty part. And we were only supposed to eat the egg whites. Now, full reversal. Eggs good. Yeah, it's that science thing, right? Not so much, apparently. Anyway, and I've said anyway enough. Philadelphia cream cheese, or cream cheese in all. And there, it was the same situation as the two lonely tin soldiers over in the black pepper shell. Sitting right there in the vastness of the white openness of the shell were four, not large, standard size. You know, those bricks of Philadelphia cream cheese. Just four. They were holding the line. They were gallant and brave. Yeah, I saw them down there. They were shuddering a little bit, like I was starting to get a little anxious shudder too. But I gave them support. And I was bending down. And I thought, you know what? It's the holiday season. And people use up a lot of cream cheese. Dips, all kinds of recipes for the holidays. And I said, you know, my life will go on without Philly cream cheese, because that's pretty much most of it. I mean, the only time I really, really hanker for it is on my bagels. But even so, if it were to totally vanish off the face of the planet, I still spent most of my life without it anyways. Now, they had plenty of regular cheese, except for the packaged singles. They were just two lonely soldiers. You know, my favorite Dutch Farms American cheese. Not, you know, it's real American cheese from Wisconsin. Not that processed imitation stuff. From independent farmers it is, in case you have it in your area. Well, there again. There were just 32 slices holding the line in the vastness of the refrigerated case, where normally vast amounts of American cheese, both imitation, processed cheese food, and that reside. Yep. And maybe about a half a case of Kraft. Yeah. Sour cream overall looked good. cottage cheese, that yogurt, yogurt is supposed to be good for you, that I occasionally eat, supposed to make my gut do better. Yeah, well, occasionally I do buy it, and I do eat it. Can't say that I've ever felt different, but can't be a bad thing, right? So, after that, and ice cream is jam up. All them frozen pies, Mrs. Smith, which I'm sure pretty pricey, and all of them. Plenty of them, too. Well, that was sort of surprising, since it is the holiday season, and I'll be honest, I've been guilty about dating Mrs. Smith a time or two on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Fortunately, the wife just knew we were good friends. So, as she said, oh yeah, the memories. But the whole moral of this story isn't that store, some areas of it look really, really slim. For the first time. I mean, way slimmer than I've seen it all through 2020 and 2021. Because when I do my shopping videos, I've been real proud up to this point that we have not seen here a real issue. Yeah, processed food sometimes, certain things won't be there, whatever. Like we care here. Well, yeah, I'm sure somebody does, because the vast majority of Americans don't cook no more. Well, yeah, they pop open the Chef Boyardee or dump hamburger helper in, or throw some Easy Mac and, those things. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's fine too. I used to keep some of that around for the kids. I won't kid, because, I worked anywhere from 10 to 20 hours some days. So that some days they had to fend for themselves. Now, they were older, by the way. They were in their 20s, so even though they're my kids, they weren't really kids. Yeah, I could tell by the time I got to the car, I had some anxiety building up. My heart rate had got up a little bit. I was starting to let it affect my demeanor. Thinking, well, maybe I should come home and look online. Walmart.com. Amazon. And as I was driving, heart rate started to settle down. And then when I got back here, and it ain't like I got much. Y'all seen it? I ain't got hundreds or tens or dozens of acres or thousands. I got just a touch under a half acre. Yeah. I got a small house. I think it's 1080. 1,080 square feet. If you include closets. I could throw the carport on and, get her on up there, maybe 1150. Maybe we could put a lean-to on the back and call it 1,200. But it's my place. It's my home. It's the home of my kitty crew, which met me at the drive. And Gracie met me at the door. Yeah. The birds are all chirping gleefully, and the squirrels are frolicking across the lawn, enjoying some freshly cracked pecans, I might add. Yeah. Things I do for my furry friends. But they love me and I love them. And as I walked up the walkway with bags in hand, what little I had, I calmed back down. Yep, it's almost like the oaks themselves were embracing me. Maybe that was God's embrace. But, He made the oaks, so He can make them hug me too, right? And then I got in the house. I got things put up. I came out here with my kitty crew, my birdies, my feathered friends, and squirrels and what have you. And here's the point. Should have any of that bothered me? No. And I'm going to tell you why. See, because all through this situation, At least here. Maybe it's not true in your area. Or at the one store you shop. We've never had an issue with the produce, the potatoes, the onions, fruit, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's all more costly now. I'll grant you that. But I've never walked in and it not be well stocked. And you've seen it, see? You can't sit here and call me a faker and a liar, because you can go back and look at my videos. And I don't know how many thousands of comments made over all the videos. Oh, your produce section looks really nice. Wish mine did. And I don't know why yours don't, but ours always has. Well, maybe that's because, you know, a lot of it does come out of Florida, which is not California. Yeah. A bunch comes out of Florida, too. As well as, you know, we get a lot from southern Georgia, which is big on growing it, as well as southern Alabama and central Alabama. Oh, yeah. Maybe one time next summer, I'll take you out and show you in Alabama where we grow a pile of tomatoes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Some squashes, watermelons, them cantaloupes. Yeah. Because we do. Georgia does, too. And Lord knows Florida does. And I think even the Carolinas do. And hey, you're probably going to tell me Mississippi does. Louisiana. Yeah, I know. Texas. Tennessee, I've seen. Yeah. And what you might not know, like all them green beans and all that go in those cans, and peas and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know this till a few years back. That's grown up in places like Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, places like that. I never knew that. And they grow a pile of it too. You see, that's what makes this country so great. It's one of its pluses, is it's the vastness and the diversity of climate conditions, environmental conditions. Yeah. We sort of got it all. You know, from sea to shining sea. We have been truly blessed. It is. America the beautiful and the bountiful. And we should remember that. And plus, you know, we got our friends and brothers in Mexico, Central America, and South America. You know, we are all in Canada. I don't want to leave them out because, you know, Mr. Tom buys tomatoes from Canada. You've seen me. As amazing as that might be in rural Alabama. Yeah, amazes me. But yeah, we are the Americas. From Canada all the way down to the tip of South America. So let's start acting like it, folks. Let's all join together and become the brothers and sisters we should be. Pull our pants up, slap our boots on, tighten up our suspenders and our belt, and let's get through this, okay? And if we gotta cook, and we gotta slice, and we gotta dice, we gotta grow it in the front yard. Just like we have in the decades, history past, World War I, World War II, the Victory Gardens. Yeah. Through the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. The pioneering days. Yeah. We made it happen before, is my point. We'll make it happen again. We won't die. We won't starve if we don't want to. Help your neighbor. Help your friends. When it all comes down to it, I don't care how much you got stacked up to your rafters and how many places you got it put in. There'll come a time, as I have seen in my lifetime, that we all need help. And you know what I just said is true. So, y'all, enough ranting, raving, preaching today. I'm all settled down now. Because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm more than a wealthy man, even though to most, I'm just a little poor old rural redneck in the deep south. But I'll take it any day. To many places. Oh, there's the post lady. So I got to go anyway. So until Gracie, which you may have seen her back on the screen, letting Daddy know it's time to fix dinner. And Speedy, Spooky, Cleo, which showed up, and was back crunching behind me. I heard Mr. Gray showed up, and of course you saw Magoo last video. She's such a happy person. I love my post lady. Figuratively. Not actually, I mean, I'm sure she's married. She is cute. I'm way too young for this old man. But until we all see you on the next video, y'all take care out there. Stay safe. And may God bless each and every one of you as we bless others. Goodbye for now. Kitties. Kitties. Yep. Time to fix kitty chow. Oh yeah. Sun's getting low. Come on, Speedy. Come on, Speedy. Was you over visiting? Oh, that's you, Spooky. Where's Speedy? I mean, Speedy's getting to the point where it's getting big enough now. Have a hard time telling them apart. Yep. And that's hard to do when you got 3 black ones and they all pretty much look the same. Well, I gotta go in and see what the carpet monster's been up to. Hopefully not up in the Christmas tree again. Come on. Come on, Spook. Yeah, I'm going. The bowl's looking a little slim. What do you want tonight? Ocean whitefish, super supper, chicken, and poultry. Well, I'll let Gracie have a pick tonight, okay? And yes, we will be having chicken tenders at 9. Yeah, we still got 10 left. Or is it 5? Anyway, I know we got some left. Right, Speedy? Yeah, as you can see, they're all coming to the bowl. And there's Cleo. Being Cleo. Later on.